Oop. There we go. Now it's working.
The man with the hat is in the hallway.
I saw somebody with saying that fish were in the exact same place. This is actually, it's a real fish tank. I think people don't realize that was the other thing. I don't think people realize how big some of these fish are. Like
They are absolutely huge.
Yeah.
I heard you had a bit of a mass extinction event.
So we only lost one fish, but it was the wife's favorite.
Oh, that's sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it was. She lost, and they call them false ultims. I'm trying to remember the other name, but it was a big angelfish. That was her favorite. But yeah, let me hide the fish. But yes, those are real fish back there. Bam. All right, let me hide that. And now let me get. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Let's see, move that up like that. And then let me do that. Let me do, hold on 1 second, then we'll be ready. Let's see.
You have elite already.
Oh yeah. Are you hoping to give, there's another one that shows up there?
Oh.
Your song was good last week, I just didn't recognize it.
Oh, mine? Oh,
Yeah,
thanks.
I just haven't heard Pink Floyd in a while. But yeah, I'm old
Well,
enough.
that's not exactly a common one, so.
All right. I've been to a few midnight Pink Floyd at the Laser Light show, and I lived in Fort Worth area. Let's see. Okay, there we go. We'll call that good. And I saw, so I've not, the question bot, I keep remembering the question bot stuff when I get on the stream, and somebody says, where's the question bot? I will try and get the question bot rebooted and back up. I've actually got plans to improve it, so hopefully I can get that going again. So right now we're old school question bots. Someone asked, are we going to get a QA build for the weekend? I sure hope so. We talked about what we were going to discuss for the stream and what content we wanted to go over. And basically my quick answer for it was, I think I could complain about Unity for a full hour, if not more. Because that is what has eaten every bit of my time that I have been here. We have had so many problems. Our build machine did the forced Windows patch, which I turned that off so it doesn't do the forced Windows patch anymore. But whatever it changed in the patch broke the Unity license, so I had to redo some Unity license stuff. And I had another Unity license problem and had to switch to a different Unity license on the machine. Then we had, let's see, what else did we have? We had a shader compiler problem. We're running multiple shaders, which I went and searched for it, and there were like 100 different threads on Unity shader problems with this exact error message, and every single one of them had a different solution. So I fought through that trying to get to it, which it turned out it was something changed in Windows with the patch that reduced the data space, the shared data space that services are allowed to have. The Unity shader compiler was being run as a service in the background, so as soon as you launch a bunch of them, and it's a build machine with like 48 threads, so it launches like 48 of them, they were all failing because it was running out of space. And then let's see, then with the package manager thing that we thought we had fixed, it's back. It was just we got lucky a few times and it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And then we had, let's see, I'm trying to think. There were 2 or 3 other things, but it's just been a non-stop eating up every ounce of my time.
Yeah. There's that game manager thingy.
Yeah, game manager thingy. Right. Oh, and then the shader problem we had, it was fairly random, but it basically, when it was failing on those, it was basically scrambling whatever shader was, so we had a bunch of just random pink shaders in the game, because it could create some of the shader compilers it needed, but not all of them. You guys probably don't want to hear me complain about Unity for the next 55 minutes, though, and I've already used up 5 minutes. I'm actually in Xenos because Xenos' sky was pink, so I was in here testing that out. But the Windows build is getting pretty darn close. One of the versions failed. The QA build is also, let's see, Linux is ready on QA. Right now, Mac and Windows are getting close on QA, so hopefully that'll be my goal for tonight, is to get QA, or for the early weekend at least. I don't think it's going to happen by tonight at the rate it's going, because I had to clean all of our shaders, but I'm trying to get a QA build out. That was a long thread leading up to answer the person who was asking about a QA build for the weekend. I sure am trying, but it's a lot of time-consuming stuff. I see Eve Midnight there has a question about the fish masks, when we have 8 horse masks. I think that is purely what horsies we had available, and we had more horsies than fish, but you're right, we have more fish now. We should be doing more fish in there. Let's see. So, greetings, Avatar. Welcome to the Friday live stream with myself, and joining me today. Oh, you're not above me anymore, so I have to figure out I'm going to go that way. I have Ravalox joining me today. I will have Elgarion said he will be rejoining us next weekend, but he's also a little fried right now. He's also been having some Unity fun stuff. So lots and lots of Unity fun. But I think we're close. I think I've stomped them all out. I think we're down to just the known random occasional things like the package manager blocking me. So hopefully I can get a build out to you. But I also blocked myself. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I had a fun week as well. I mean, we have one of the players let us know that the QA Mac client is not current, and it is being built, but it's not making it out to distribution. So we're checking into that too. And then I have my own Unity problems, and was putting together some new assets and books for the game as well, fixing books and stuff this week.
Oh, and I will thank, if you're new to the stream, I will thank everybody at the end for the bits and the subs and the everything else. And also, if you're new to the stream, looks like we're up to about 100 people thanks to the fishy front end. If we get a hype train going, I have not changed any of the settings, so it'll probably happen pretty easily with a few people given. But if a hype train gets going, every level of completed hype train will do an extra round of prizes at the end. So you can help out your fellow stream viewer. And actually, I say the stream viewer, being on the stream doesn't give you any prizes at all. The way to get prizes, there are 2 ways to get prizes. One is to buy something from the website store, which is really just crowns these days for what you buy, or episode 2. The other way to do it is the way that 99.99% of the people do it, which is, if I can find it, in-game, install the game. You can play for free. This is not something you have to buy anything for. In-game, all you have to do is say in any chat. Can even be, I forget if a whisper to somebody else works. I know you can do it local chat or zone chat. Everybody likes to do it in global chat because they like to annoy people. Totally understand the psychology there. But summer fun has begun. Lainey picked that phrase for us. And phrase again, summer fun has begun. Say that in-game and you will automatically be entered into the prize drawing that we will do towards the end of the stream. Coswald says watching global chat is how he knows he has the right phrase, which, yeah, I guess that's true. That's a good way to find out. So, an exhausting week, but at least for me, most of my exhaustion was a good week. I actually took, for those who didn't see my Twitter feed, well, one, you should go follow Catnip Games on Twitter. Lots of conversations, dialogues, as well as me sharing information about stuff going on. The thing I did not share, for lots of reasons, is that I took my Father's Day trip, my yearly Father's Day trip. We didn't have one last year, but the year before last we did one. But I took that early and left Sunday morning in Atos fashion at, I think 2:30 a.m. is when we finally got out of the house. taking my 7-year-old daughter, throwing her in the car, letting her sleep on the way, of course, but drove to Albuquerque, and we did the Albuquerque Zoo, and we did, it was 106 in Albuquerque Zoo, by the way, 106 degrees. The polar bears were not super happy about it. The penguins were happy. They had their own chilled water room, but and then went up and camped out by Santa Fe for 3 days. And surprise guest this time was my mom. My 78-year-old mom joined us and did some hiking with us. So pretty much just camping out with the kiddo. Nothing better for a dad and for the kiddo who loves being outdoors. And then we did some hiking, pictures, unwinding a bit, but well worth it. But I did not tell people in advance I was doing that. One, because it was kind of a weird time in terms of leaving on a Sunday morning at 2 a.m. and coming back. But also I just... no better way to invite people to do evil things in the game than the main hammer who goes after people on stuff to announce that he's leaving town for a couple days. But anyways, good stuff. Let's see. Oh, go ahead.
When you said Albuquerque, Elwin Moon and I both actually came up with the same thing in our head. We started hearing Weird Al singing.
For Albuquerque?
Yeah, he's got a song about Albuquerque.
Oh, I didn't know that. I normally talk bad about Albuquerque because I had a bad experience there 30 years ago, and I've never let it go.
Really?
So I always talk bad about Albuquerque. Yeah, I drove through there, driving to California, drove through Albuquerque at 6 o'clock, and I couldn't find a place that was open to eat in Albuquerque. Everything closed on Sundays by 6 o'clock. There was no restaurants. The mall was closing. There's not even fast food stuff, so... I always talk bad about Albuquerque, which is mostly I just do it now because Wizard Smoke, for those who don't know, one of our other devs, Wizard Smoke, went to New Mexico, went to college in Albuquerque, and really likes New Mexico. So I always try to talk bad about it just to raise his blood pressure a little bit. All right, enough non-game talk stuff. Let's see. I see Tular Fairlow saying there are 3 monitors. There are actually 4 monitors. I think I had some blackness on one of them, though, just to minimize the reflection. But yeah, I've tried changing the angle of the camera when I have the fishy stuff up. What is going on with my screen there? I saw that locally, too, on Google Meet.
Really?
Yeah, that little brown patch at the bottom there.
Yeah, I saw that.
But anyways... yeah, so I tried to hide that, but yeah, I've tried changing the angle of the camera. There's not a good angle that does not capture the screen reflection, so I just put it there. And then, of course, you can also see my head in the reflection, so if you know I'm here or going to get a drink or whatever, so it's not a big secret. Let's see, and happy Friday to everybody. I hope things are going well. I will point out that I did leave Tuesday, or Sunday, and as predicted... let's see. We got to the campsite about 6:30, I think, or we got there a little before then. But I was out of cell phone and everything unreachable from about 6:30. I got up the next morning, went downtown, checked things. Sure enough, as soon as I was gone, what happened? Servers went out.
But we were on top of it. Not that there was anything we could do because it wasn't us that went down.
Yeah. For those who were impacted by that, I know I got messages from 4 different people that morning saying servers are down. But that was actually Amazon, AWS, decided that we no longer needed one of our servers, and it would just go ahead and kill it and restart it. So anyway, so that's what it was. It did fix itself pretty quick. That's usually when we have a problem. Usually, knock on wood if there's any around here. But usually that's what it is. It's something with Amazon rebooting. We've got about 10 different little boxes that have to keep working. And if one of them goes away, then it can cause a brief outage. And that'll cause an outage in the web server. And then that causes a problem for login. The game will be fine, but you can't quite get logged in because it has to connect to those web servers to get account information. And while I'm wasting your time talking about that, I'll also point out that the reason for that is because we do try to follow, for our European customers and everybody pretty much but America, we do try to follow all GDPR privacy restrictions. And as part of that, we have to store any personal private information about your account, we have to store that on a server that lives in a secure location in Ireland. So in case you're wondering why we don't keep it all together and put all of our eggs in one basket, so at least if something goes out, it all goes out, but hopefully will go out less often. That's why we've got to keep that stuff in Ireland. That's just your login and private information. Oh, trying to talk to me. But anyways, it fixed itself pretty quick, so it was only a few minutes of downtime, so that was good at least. So I got to at least see the whole, like, what's no messages about servers being offline. Then, 2 minutes later, I'm like, okay. So that is actually something I spent a good amount of time on this release. It wasn't used for this instance of server problems, but trying to make sure we have well-documented everything for if something goes wrong or an emergency build is needed or some server goes offline or whatever it is. Trying to make sure we have that documented, because it would be great if I could take vacations without stressing as much as I do.
And I actually went through those documents.
Really?
Not completely yet, yeah.
The fun thing is I did them as videos just because I recorded various things to, like, record, here's the process for it, because you can have a document that's great, but having a video you can actually see the screen and where it is on the screen and all that stuff, I think is a little more useful at times.
Did the speech-to-text thing ever work out?
That's what I was going to say. But it's nice to have text so you can search for things. So I have a few speech-to-text things in there that converted it into text. So I have both formats of it converting my text. Wow, it's fun reading through that and trying to decipher the garbled speech-to-text. I'm not sure if it's me and just my speech patterns, or if it's just the program that I used was not great, but the outcome from it is not great. Plus, it's also funny, you tried to talk about computer terms. Guess what? Speech-to-text doesn't like talking about computer terms.
Yeah, it doesn't understand it.
So it's trying to turn all these acronyms into, words or something. So,
and I'll tell you, it's not you, for sure. I had to use it for some other stuff last year, and the clearest, straightforward conversation, and it still garbled it up. I think it's the quality of what you get for the price you're paying, which is like usually free or 10 cents for every minute or something like that. But any event, I didn't know where those written ones were, but I was planning on writing going through the video and writing up a mop for it, so that way I have a cheat sheet for it.
All right, and I'm behind here since I still don't have my bot. I'd scrolled back up, but I see somebody asking, Dinsu, is it just Unity or is it Microsoft causing the problems? Honestly, in this case, it was both. Microsoft caused the problems, and they pushed out a patch that had not been applied to that machine, and I guess whatever sleep mode had expired for it, and decided it would apply a patch. And the patch changed some internal stuff in Microsoft or in Windows in terms of how it handles things. And yes, that box is a build box, so the build box is a Windows box. So, but yes, it was both. Microsoft forced a patch that was not great, which I think everybody in the world saw about a month or two, but that machine just got it. So, let's see. Catching up. Oh, polar bear destroyers. Yeah, the polar bears at the Albuquerque Zoo did not look like polar bear destroyers. They looked like pitiful polar bears who were begging for air conditioning. They did have water, and there's really just one out. But all right, let's see. I think I'm just about caught up. I wonder if Alphane's out there. I know it's always tough for him. I haven't heard if he actually got his thing. Did we get? I see some bits go up there. It didn't start the hype train yet. Why has it not started a hype train, people? But let's see.
I'm pasting questions into the live stream channel, just so you know.
Okay.
I know
cow.
that Allie got hers.
Yeah, I see. Serpentwine said, "I got my box." Yeah, for those who don't know, again, we have someone whose job is shipping, and we have a guy whose job. Well, it's not his job; it's one of his 37 jobs. That guy over there. Yeah, just showing off that I know which side you're on. But he took care of a lot of the verifying some of the box stuff to get those out. But again, we're trying to get this last set of boxes out to you guys. So glad to see that some people are actually out there and confirming they got their box.
That's right. Yeah, and I still have, speaking of which, I still have 10 people who haven't responded to the email. Another email will be going out this weekend. And I've even gone further. I've gone above and beyond and looked up these people's accounts and tried to ping them on the forums. My last attempt will be to send an in-game mail as well. And, where possible, if I could line up their Discord accounts or whatever. But I'm trying everything I can to make sure that everybody has a chance to get their box before we shut everything down for the box project. Again, this is part of my week. I've been behind. Usually I get the emails and stuff processed. I do have a few items. If anybody out there has sent something in, I haven't responded back. My inbox has about a half dozen emails in it right now, so I still have to go through that and process them. And the bug rewards also are late, very late this month. Usually I get them out by the 9th or the 10th, the latest, and I still haven't gotten them out yet. But I'm still going to try to get those done this weekend.
All right, and I will probably also, but since we've been having a lot of build issues, build nightmares, I will be having, build nightmares for me. I will be trying to I'll probably be doing builds early for this time around. So QA, like what we have in QA on Monday, may be what's going live, because I'm going to try to get that done since we've had so many different cascading problems. But let's see. Oh, and last time I had people yelling at me. Somebody was new to the stream, apparently, and didn't know the game. He was like, show something of the game. So I'm trying to show something of the game that is attractive, since I was in here testing for bugs earlier. This is Xenos, for those who have not been here before.
Yep.
I'll leave that up on my screen as my backdrop for now. But let's see. Yeah, and it's just so you guys know, I talk about the different hats I wear. I wear some important hats, but everybody on the team has so many different hats that they wear, so... And it's good. The more people, more hats we have people on the team wearing, the more cross coverage we get for emergencies on things. So it's good, always good to have backup on this stuff. So let's see if I can get that so it actually shows without our cameras covering it. So this is a short release. I know it just feels like we just had a release. Our release goes out next Thursday. Yesterday was officially the lockdown. I still have not checked in my most important stuff for this release. It will be going in this release. It's just a matter of whether it's there on release day or not. And I am trying to get some more quality of life stuff crammed in there. I'd like to thank the people who actually put constructive stuff on my Twitter request for quality of life improvements for the quest books. I'm not sure what Devil Cult's going to get to. He's actually... we always talk about how, we have to remind people occasionally that we have lives outside of Shroud of the Avatar, but he has an exciting life thing going on right now, which is he is closing on a house. I forget, was this like the weekend he gets the keys, or did he get the keys today? But he's
actually... it was this week, so I don't know exactly what day it was.
Yeah, I think he said something this morning about he couldn't be in chat tonight because he's going to be going to pick up the keys for his house. So big moment in his life. I think it's the first time he's going to be a home owner. So congratulations to him. But we'll see what other stuff he gets in this release. But I know he's got some things in there. A lot of the time this release was spent doing stuff that's probably not player facing, but improves team velocity on our side, which is indirectly player facing, in that we get more stuff done. Trying to clean up, we kind of got to the point, for those who haven't been on a big project like this, one of the most deadly sins you can commit is letting cruft build up in terms of error reports, warnings, and just stuff that spews out, because you end up losing so many important things in there. And that had actually happened this release, where it kind of got to a critical point where, like, I forget who it was, maybe Sanyo was having a problem. Oh no, I think it was actually Elgarian was having a problem, and we did the usual what's in your console, so we can try and figure out what's going on. And it's console of like spam of like, I don't know which of those 50 warning messages is actually a thing. So That's just to give you an example of something that was not player facing, but it does help quality and team velocity. Is spending an entire day doing nothing but going and cleaning out some of those messages and making sure our messages are good, and also cleaning up some of the error messages that are messages we get from the players, so we can start trying to track things down. Let's see, and what do we have? So this is, I guess this is also kind of a big month coming up. We have, let's see, trying to see. Of course, we have Lord British's birthday coming up. If you haven't been to my Twitter feed again, I would say go look at it. I did post a Throwback Thursday yesterday that a lot of people enjoyed. That was a Lord British Throwback Thursday. But, and also threw in a Shroud one. I was going to say maybe I can show off. I think it's too much work to try and show an image on here. So just go to my Twitter feed and you can see my Throwback Thursdays for stuff. Again, the one I threw in for Shroud was only people who've been in the game for a while will understand. Has to do with coconuts. You should get Twitter. I think you can just go to my Twitter. Just go to the Twitter Catnip Games. I don't even think you need an account. You just need an account to interact. You can just go, you can go snoop me. You don't have to even make an account. So wear your tinfoil hat, whatever other stuff you want to do to make sure they aren't tracking you, but you can go check it out. Let's see. Someone says, won't. Oop. Let's see. I'm not seeing too many questions there, guys. Get some questions in. I can talk about some of the things I know that are not coming this release. So the big new scene will not be there for this release. I think we're going to put it on QA this release. We felt like it would be too much of a rush. So for those who don't know, we attempted to move to a big TikTok, little release bug fixes, big release with big content, and I think we just were tick-talking. Our clock already broke. So it was one I did push a little bit on people and continued to avert my eyes and pretend like everything was going to be fine and we'd get it out this release, as I think I did on a stream 2 weeks ago. But I think that we need a reality check that it's just there's too many things left in it to do. There's too much polish needed for it. And if we got it out there now, it would be not great. And I know for sure that like we wouldn't have rewards in it that were applicable. So there's nothing less satisfying than having a big. Even if we did get the fight, we got the main fights in it done, we got all the patrolling issues fixed and all the other stuff, it would have been yuck because you would have had a really challenging fight that ended with you getting practically nothing. So
I think the players will appreciate that we're not rushing through it. So
yeah, and we will try and get it on QA. Let's see. Speaking of QA, it looks like QA is going. Maybe it'll get done tonight. Looks like around 2 hours, 6:30. That's about my bedtime. All right, not quite.
Got a couple of questions piling up here in the.
Okay.
In the thing.
Let's see. And also, I just talked to our intern world builder. And they're going to be working, let's see, I will read what they described. But they're going to be doing a classic and dungeon to start with. Used to be a dungeon taken over by spiders with some kobold flavors mixed in. So that's they've got a couple paragraphs on what they're doing, but you can expect, we'll see how long that takes. That probably won't be next release. But dungeons can actually go pretty quick, especially if someone's working on it full time. So, I can also tell you. Can we get a town traffic on the leaderboards? We have data on that. We have it in our Cabana. I'm trying to think how we could expose that to you. Anything we have in our Cabana, we do have some processes to go through. For those who don't know, that's how our leaderboards work in the game. Is it actually goes and it's a Python script that goes and pulls data from our own internal data sources and compiles that into data, but it does it basically nightly. That would be a good one there. And actually it's in Python, so I don't do that much Python, but I'm probably going to be doing some Python here soon because the entire house is going to be working on Python stuff except for me. I think my wife is having to learn Python for some of her work stuff, and then Maxine is about to move over to start doing Python. She's been doing Scratch programming up until now. But 7 years old, you got to start doing the real coding by then.
So that might be something to add to the API for the API stream then, right?
The API stream.
Yeah, where they go out and they
where the players can go and mine
the API and they manipulate it instead of putting it on the leaderboards in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Nope, that would be a good one. Let's see. When a player is attacked on a PvP map, he should have time to leave the map until he becomes passive again. He should have time to leave the map until he becomes passive again. Do you understand what he's asking on that? That's from Delta Lock Insano. He is Insano, so.
Yeah, I think the intention is, if we reverse a couple of words, that he should have to wait to become passive before he leaves the map. In other words,
can't escape. Yeah.
Yeah, like the same way there's a delay if you try to escape when you're being attacked by a mob. Maybe that's not there.
Yeah, and that's something we've talked about before. There's been a number of things we've talked about in terms of trying to lock players in, but we seem to always get a lot of pushback, and there's kind of this fine balancing act we have of making PvP more challenging for the serious PvPers versus other serious PvPers versus making PvP more friendly for the more casual players, and also to pull more players into PvP. If the tougher we make things, the scarier we make things for PvP, I know the more serious players like it, but it also results in fewer players taking part in PvP, and that's always the balancing act we have in terms of trying to figure out how to manage that stuff. Right now, I know one change that's going in is Elgarion is in the process of going through and evaluating the PvP scenes that are out or in the game now, not the pots, but the PvP scenes, the Shardfalls and some others, ruins. To set them, he's going to be based on the tier of the scene. He's going to be setting the max skill cap, max level cap on those things, which will turn it down. So again, if you want to go into a tier 5 Shardfall, which I think there's a couple of those, then when you go in there, like your skill cap will be at 80 or so. So for players who want to do more, trying it out, but they're not level, 150 or whatever, and with their 180 blade skill, you can go into one of those and still feel competitive. So there's going to be, again, it'll only be the lowest ones that are capped at 80, and then some will be capped at, I think, 100 or 120, and then there's going to be some that'll just stay uncapped as they are. But he's going through and evaluating those guys right now. So let's see. Stymie, long live the Syndicate. Does he actually have a 5K in front of his name now? That says, cheer 5K. You accidentally cut and paste some extra stuff in there. Stymie, long live the Syndicate. Can we get the quest items, Kobold, Cloud Cannon, and Tesla Rifle as placeable decos? Ooh, those are not placeable. We don't have those for players to use as placeable decos. Yeah, I'd love to get that in there as placeable decos. That is one. I think, again, I don't think Elgarion is even watching the stream. I think he may be spending some time with a sweetie tonight, which I totally get and appreciate. But if I hadn't spent all week or 4 days straight with my 7-year-old sweetie, I'd be doing the same thing. But yeah, he's big on getting that stuff in there. He loves piling that stuff in. Oh, and Devil Colt just got back from picking up his key, so welcome back, Devil Colt. Let's see. Oh, and we should put that into a Jira if you really want to be proactive. You can put get those two things in as droppables for the players, because yeah, those are cool looking things. Cool looking in original art. Definitely something that worthy of having as a deco. I am still optimistic about getting my big change in that'll help a lot of the decoer people out there and the pot people out there, which is the terraforming stuff. At the very least, I'm going to get it so the lots work. I'm just still running into some problems with some performance stuff, and I did take some personal time this this release that I had not originally planned on taking. That's actually my Father's Day trip was planned like 48 hours before we left, trying to get things done. It was not something that I planned too far ahead. It was a very quick thing. So
That was the Cobalt Cloud Cannon, and what was the other one?
I don't know. You deleted it.
I know. That's why I'm asking.
We can find it. We can find it in chat. I think that was Stymie that was asking that one.
Tesla Cannon. That was the other
Tesla
one.
Cannon. Okay. Oh, I just saw 2 people resub. They haven't managed to quite get it to be a hype train yet. Yeah, see, if you get a few more hype trains on there, or a few more people in there, the hype train will start up and get a few extra rounds of prizes. Trust me, Lainey sends the prizes out by hand these days, so she probably is totally... Oh, there's a hype train. I was going to say she would totally be fine with no hype train. Save her some time. Let's see. Shui, when will the Tamer necklace possibly be able to be enchantable or masterworked? I know that Beezus was looking at that for this release. I'm not sure if he got that done. That's one. He's got a couple other things he was working on. Again, he's usually involved with any new creature stuff. We've been working a lot on some new creature stuff. But I know that's one of the ones he is looking at. Hopefully that will happen soon. I don't think it's a huge task. I think it was more, again, a balance concern type issue and just getting it on the schedule to get it done. Let's see.
Okay, we got a Jira.
Perfect. All right, looks like they just got an extra round of prizes there.
Hold on, Allie.
Okay.
That's 69238.
6
I know she's gonna want it.
The Jira number, great. Let's see. Prime, I think I get some form of this question nearly every stream, and this may be the same person asking it because I see it's Bridge Troll, one of our longtime and favorite question askers out there. When will we get the Destroyer Croc? I don't know. Again, that's one that's Beezus. I think other people can do that, and that's as we continue to all put on more and more hats between people. Maybe that's one that we can start getting some other guys into. I'm definitely not going to suggest this guy over here do it just because he's already got too many hats as well, and he's not doing the hats. He's not wearing the hats he wants to wear right now. So let's try to let him get some hats on that he enjoys wearing. But that is one. Getting some more pets or some more tamables in there is on the short list of stuff to do. I know it's a lot of content for you guys because it is not only does it give you a variety of stuff you can carry around and showcase and trophy, but it also is a lot of content for you guys to then now I'm gotta go capture them and find them, and it also impacts the economy, and that's something that players will go and capture and trade to other players and do other stuff with. So anything that has lots of tendrils to both the economy, the tamers out there, which is a pretty fanatical group. And fairly large group as well, and the PvEers. That's good content, dollars per content type stuff. So definitely want to get that in there. Let's see. Any update on getting the leaderboard to update hourly? DC said he thought it should be possible. It should be possible. That process runs. It does not take that long. Right now, we have it so it pulls nightly. I looked at it once before I was going to do it, and there was at least one little change that'll have to be made to get it updated. And that right now it pulls, I'm trying to remember, but I don't think it pulls, I think it pulls based on a date rather than on a relative time. But Devicult may have looked at it more recently than me. And if it is, we can turn that on so it does hourly. It is something that I've mentioned a few times on streams. And it looks like they just completed a hype train level there, so at least one extra round of prizes.
Level 2 completed.
Oh, is that level 2 completed? Okay, 2 extra rounds of prizes. I totally missed level 1. I think level 1 goes by so quick that one person being generous will push it over the edge. Let's see. Ooh, this is a cool idea from Dark and Obscuro of the Obscuro clan. if we could place tamed pets as deco, we could create zoos in-game. That's a great idea. I love that. I'm trying to think what challenges would be involved with that. Just going in terms of how the data, that's for those who've seen how we have things in game, there's a lot of challenges in terms of having pets and making them behave. I think we've kind of got most of the kinks worked out, but there's still a few things in there, as Devilcolt can attest to, as he's been working on one in particular.
We do currently actually have something going on with pets. We're getting the details together and getting Jira opened on it, but there's seems to be something going on when there are two lots joining each other where it's the same owner. Pets are teleporting between the lots.
Neat.
Yeah.
That sounds like a feature to me.
Yeah, right? Of course, for it to be a feature, we just need to understand how it's happening.
Yeah. I think I mentioned earlier in the stream about cleaning up a lot of the useless spam messages we have that we don't, that aren't meaningful, that there's no action to be taken on them. We want to have messages coming, that we track that have actual actions, that we want to take actions on. We don't want to have, like there's stuff like, I think some of it's just debug stuff left around, but they're like messages being logged for player inventory has loaded. You know how many times player inventory gets loaded in the game? Right now it's like 1,000 times an hour type message being thrown up there. So getting rid of those type things. But one of the things when I was cleaning up and I finally got some of that stuff cleaned up, one of the things I saw was there were some teleport messages for pets, or for NPCs and pets, where they're having some nav issues. And when they have nav issues, like they can't find their way somewhere, sometimes they'll just teleport. So that may be involved, and hopefully it'll be more visible now. Let's see. Shaner Niner, did my puzzle tree question come in? I don't think it did, but if you're asking about bringing back the puzzle tree, that's one that I am all for. Again, we talked about that last week, and it's one of those, we have some like touchy and gray areas in terms of stuff that was done long ago that was, supposed to be one time or during a certain time period, that is tough because, with me being in charge of things, there's nothing I loathe more than dead content. Anytime you talk about exclusive one-time stuff, that is dead content that can't be, recreated. People want it. Well, too bad, you can't have it anymore. So that's why there's been a minimal amount of that type of dead content being added to the game now. But that's one that kind of predates my time. But I do think we want to bring that back. Let me get that on my short list for stuff coming up, because we will be having, in addition to having the release, I think people know we usually do some specials at around the 4th of July to celebrate Lord British's birthday, which, for those who don't know, Richard Garriott's actual birthday, despite being known as Lord British, his actual birthday is on July 4th, American Independence Day. For those who aren't American, that's the day that America declared independence from England. So yeah, so it is quite humorous to have Lord British have his birthday on July 4th.
Let there be cake.
Let's see. So it looks like 2 hype trains. That's good. We'll stop there. Laney will be very pleased with you if you let it die at 2. Let's see. Devilcolt, I'm trying to see. Has he been talking in chat there? Oh man, I'm way behind on chat. Hold on. I'm late to the party because a crow crashed in my yard. Had to help it. I'm guessing that means an injured crow in their yard. Is Devilcolt talking in chat yet? He is in chat. Okay, there you are. Choo-choo. Okay. Thank you guys for the hype train and all that type stuff. I will be thanking you guys at the end, though, trying to keep things done. Oh, a 2021 cake. Good call. E-Hondas.
I think that's on the list. I think Damon's got that.
Damon's got it, and we got to make sure that also that's any of those store items, there's always like 2 or 3 components to it that it's got to get in there, and it's got to get added to some data, then it's got to get added to the store. The graphics have to be made. The new asset items for it have to be made. Let's see. Looks like somebody's going to my Twitter. I need to get my phone away from my computer when I'm doing the stream, or else I constantly hear the beep, beep, beep of the Twitter stuff there. Let's see, and looking down the list there. Hold on, still looking. Deco Divas will be like Woot. I must have missed something there. Oh, that's in terms of the Lord British's birthday. Yeah, and we're gonna try to do a few new things. I talk about this as this is kind of a developer stream, and we do talk about some development stuff, not just about game features or game stuff, but trying to do some new stuff in there. As I always try to look at stuff and try to balance the economy of trying to balance. We've been kind of lazy with our sales lately, and all we do is like throw up like a 20% off crown sale or something like that. But I'm going to try to do some more stuff, because we usually have what I call the sale hangover, which is, we do a 20% crown sale on things, and then the result is people buy a lot of crowns during the sale that they then spend over the next week or two until the sale. But I'm going to be trying to do some stuff that will get you guys to spend the crowns as they come in. That's my dream, is to have the crowns purchased match up with the crowns spent, so we don't have any type of hangover after the sale. So I'm going to be doing some sexy stuff in there. We'll see how much of it actually gets done, but I think we can get it done. It'll be awesome. It'll be amazing. Yeah, and that is, I see people saying crown hoarding. Yeah, that is, we do count on a lot of the crown and the sale stuff. Even if we just have the 20%, there is kind of a, money burning your hole in the pocket. Well, that works in virtual games as well. If you have a lot of crowns in your pocket, well, more likely to spend some. So it always increases actual sales and driving stuff through there. So I see Elwin Moon waiting for deed sales myself. I will neither confirm nor deny that there will be a deed sale. Those do take some extra effort, but I'm going to work on them. Get those in there. But of course, I can't really tell you that, because as soon as I tell you guys about any type of sales, then like spending goes to zero, because you guys are going to wait for whatever sale to come around. So, ooh, I see Tular Fairlow. Yeah, you do need thigh boots like UO had.
Oh, yeah.
Why do we not have thigh boots? That seems like a great thing. Let's throw that out.
That is a question.
Thigh boots. Damn it. There we go. Yes, suggestion, not question. And that is actually what I'm hoping to do with my new question bot, is to make some more suggestions and bug report type stuff, so you can do multiple things in there. You can ask a question, you can report a bug, you can do a suggestion rather than it all just be questions, so they can all go into it. And
categories.
Kevin having multiple category stuff.
Yep.
I did download the SDK again to do that stuff. I just have not spent the time to do it, so maybe I'll make that a morning thing. Honestly, it's amazing how much time these bugs, Unity build issues, it's a constant stream of try something, wait 10 minutes, try something, wait 10 minutes, try something, wait 10 minutes, and there's no better time killer than that. Wait 10 minutes, because it's not quite long enough to get anything productive done. But hopefully the builds are going to finish tonight, and I will be able to actually get some real work done. So we'll see. I see on the QA the Linux build is post-processing right now. The QA GM client is post-processing right now for Mac. So that one probably has an hour left, and then the Windows client, GM client, it says an hour and 36 minutes left. I think it's going to be a little longer than that. It lies. Depends on how much stuff changes in terms of how long our builds take. But anyways, just for those people wondering when the next QA build will be out, we have not gotten as many out this release as I wanted. All the process is making devs thirsty, I agree.
hot over here.
Yeah, for those who are not from Texas, Texas is a very independent state. And we've actually, everybody's been receiving like text messages and emails and warnings and notifications about turn up your AC because the power grid is failing. Because we refuse to connect our power grid to other states' power grids because we want to keep our own power grid and not be deregulated. But
after they promised it wouldn't be an issue after the winter storm.
Yeah, there's nonstop memes going across my social media things about the whole, the Texas power grid can't handle winters, but it can handle summers, right? Right?
Of course.
Fail.
Yeah.
We'll see, but yeah, it is actually. I did turn up our temperature in our house by a couple degrees, just trying to play along. I actually know, personally, I'm lucky in that the power grid for my neighborhood is on both a hospital and a fire station. So because of that, they can't turn off our power without turning off a hospital and a fire station. So our power never goes off, even when we had the horrible storm. We only lost power briefly, for minutes, about 5 or 6 times, whereas there are other people in the area that lost power, places I can throw a stone and hit, that lost power for 3 days plus. So time to get solar panels. Yeah, let's see.
So got 3 new ones I can put at the bottom there.
Questions. Let's see. Orabron, do you foresee a time when you can sell bags with items and signs such as bag of reagents? So this is one we took some steps to make it so we could do this, and I think we just haven't taken the last few steps. So the tech is closer on doing that. It is actually something we made a decision a long time ago not to do it because there's a lot of interface work and a lot of concerns over scammers and how it would be used and what we'd have to do to make sure people, put up their bag saying, bag full of ore, and then you get it and it's like a bag full of, crap.
Right.
So that's one of the concerns is, trying to avoid that type of scammy stuff. But I'm actually in favor of it. I think we just need to make sure. I think the limiting factors last time we talked about it were more a matter of we need some UI updates so we can handle that stuff. If only we had a UI programmer that I could promise to give another 24 months worth of work.
Yeah, what we really need with that is some method of hovering over the bag and then it shows you the contents.
Yeah, and that's something we don't. That's the piece that we're missing right now to make it so it feels more viable. Not super scammy, but at least players will still make mistakes and get tricked or confused or whatever. But we got to at least have something. Let's see. Going back to some questions here. I see Evara. Since it's okay to ask for stuff, could we have a crown shop version of the Virtue Cavalier hat, like the brown version you guys did for the Highway one? I'm trying to think. We got a couple of Cavalier hats out there. It's been a while. For those who don't know, talking about Throwback Thursday, there's a while where it seemed every release we were putting out new hats, and there's a hat obsession going around. There's lots and lots of different hat quests, and we were doing Lum back in the old days was constantly doing the new quest that he would have that would be every release would be one to take you around to different places to make sure you'd seen some of the new stuff. And the reward for it was often a hat.
The Grand Tour.
The Grand Tour, yes, the old days. I have a complete set of hats, or 3. Yeah, I was gonna say I've been to places where people have all their mannequins out with showing off hats and all the other stuff. So let's see. Soda Time Lord. We need the ability to lock specific planters so we or other players can't harvest them. Some plants are just for show. I'll go through the whole pace, but yeah, that's... I guess you can't really... I'm trying to think if there's a way we can do that right now. I guess there's not. You can make it so you couldn't, or so other people couldn't harvest them, but... interesting. Yeah, it seems like we should have a way, something that we have in there already for locking stuff that you could set it to lock.
Yeah, you would think that you'd be able to put the planters down as private.
Yeah. I mean, but of course, he does say, so I mean, that's, I could easily see people accidentally doing it, but yeah.
Oh, for their own stuff. Yeah, all right, I get that point. Yeah, I think the child objects should be locked out from others if it's marked as private. But yeah, we'd have to test that and see where we are.
Let's see. Laney just mentioned you can already lock them, but you have to lock each plant. Before you say that out loud. Oops, I should have read the last part first. I wasn't supposed to read that out loud. They're verifying that now. Ignore everything I just said, at least for the last 20 seconds.
Put tab A into slot B. But before you do this...
Let's see. Craftable glass walls. Huh? Yeah, that's interesting. I've got, for those who haven't been to the Rise, I've already got those glass walls. I actually thought about making those into a deco at some point. Maybe that is something I should make into a deco. If you haven't seen what those are, it's basically a set of invisible walls that become visible if you bump into them. But for making a hedge maze type thing, it's actually kind of fun to do that type of invisible bump your way through the wall type stuff. So yeah, I mean that's super easy tech. Yeah, we should totally make that into a something you guys can craft or buy in the store, buy a set in the store. Let's see. I'm making a mark. Invisible walls, like the ones from the Rise, for craft by. Oh, and Tular Fairlow gives a good example here. My basement hatch is right next to a medium bed of roses. I often accidentally harvest one or two of them. Yeah. I could see that. Yeah, so I guess having a way to lock it. A way to lock planters. Seems like it should be something where you can just, it's one more state we can add that, not only can you lock it, but you can really lock it.
I like this one. Mad Chef Zeno said we need more uses for gems, gem fragments. Stained glass would be cool.
You want to have colored light sources? Colored light stuff scares me. We do have some, if you haven't been to it, there's a couple scenes that have stained glass in them that do have like the projected colored light stuff in them, but those are pretty well scripted. Those are not, it's tough tech to have light cast through a colored pane of glass and have it turn into a colored light on the other side that looks realistic. Pretty much have to manually place all aspects of it. We need more light source in Brazen Spirituality says. I agree. We were looking at, I think it was Time Lord. I think it was Damon was screaming about how does he have so many light sources there? But he had, I don't even know how many disco balls. Time Lord's out there. I see Soda Time Lord just spoke up in chat. But Soda Time Lord, you're giving our lead artist heart attacks with your deco. Oh, and I just realized it is 4:59. And let's see.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm not going to make a 100% promise, but I will tell people I am going to try to do at least one extra stream next week so I can get on and do basically what we just did here, but in, probably a smaller audience. But just make it, I'll just get on and do a long stream and answer questions, take bugs. Basically what I mentioned earlier of maybe I can get my chat bot working in time for that, but basically taking the suggestions, the bugs, and the questions and just kind of doing a stream just for those people rather than us talking about anything. Because that's honestly what at least today's stream was I don't think we shared that much new content. It was really just dialogue with you guys, which is good stuff too. I know it's important for you guys to feel like you're being heard, and us also to make sure we're listening to you so we can get some of these, especially some of these low-hanging things in there, like the Lord British birthday cake and some of those others. But I will warn you, as I'm looking at my notes there, and I see one about it, the fishing bait recovery thing issue will be fixed. I know there's some people out there who can still reach 100%. I was talking to Elgarian about that, but that will be fixed. I think we're going to settle on, I think it's going to be 80% is where the soft cap will be. It might end up being 90%, but that will be fixed, so you guys will not be able to get 100% bait return. Just so you know. 1,000,000%. I see Oopa the Veil responding to Rufus on the internet. No one knows you're stinky. As someone who just came back from a 4-day hiking trip where we did not have showers of any sort, I can confirm that we should only have seen each other on the internet, but my 7-year-old was not very pleasant smelling, is all I'll say. And at some point I realized she was still wearing the same pair of shorts and t-shirt on day 3 that she was wearing on day 1, so she wasn't even changing anything. Let's see. So I haven't even started pulling the prizes here. So let me check up on things. Looks like the QA builds are still going. I hopefully will get those out tonight. Let me get the prizes going. Let's see. And the leaderboard aggregation. I'm looking at it right now, the process that runs that. I could try turning that to be hourly and see what happens. Difficult, you say you looked at recently, you think it could be turned up? I tried to remember. I looked at it a while back and I thought there was a reason I had not done it. But I could try turning that up right now and we'll see what happens. Worst case is I guess it'll do some weird stuff or not do anything at all. Difficult. Break. It will break. I was going to say, I looked at it a while back and I thought it was pulling from like a day's, basically whatever day, pulling full days back. Don't know, I got to think about it, got to check. All right, we'll look at that. Let me get the prizing going though. There's 1, 2, and I think we're doing 4 for the prizing.
Sounds good.
So that's going to take a while there. I'm going to look through chat here. I also showered today, by the way. Yeah, my wife works for a larger company, a larger tech company, but they're sending around surveys for people returning to work. What do you think about people returning to work? Is it time? What are we going to do long term? And that's, I of course was giving her pointing out the whole tell them they'll get an extra hour work out of you if you don't have to shower every day to go to work. Sorry, just remember that because people are talking about being sanitary. Hold on, I think 1 is done. It's about to be done. Wait for it. Oh, the prizing is scaring me. It's 40 seconds overdue.
Oh, really?
Oh no. I wonder what's going on there. I think it may be doing a full sync on something. You can look at the log if you want to, but we may be talking for a while longer here.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
All right.
Yeah, my weekends can be really busy. As I said earlier, I got to do Bug Brigade rewards tonight. I have um, I'm doing some bug fixes for books, and there's some new books I'm putting in the game as well.
Mm-hmm.
Then the rest of the weekend is hopefully being working on the cemetery and the Lottie scene. So
Let's see.
hoping I will get that done, and I will be streaming some of this over the weekend. Don't
Really?
know which day yet, or if maybe Saturday and Sunday. Depends how things go there. So keep an eye out on that. I'm streaming on my channel, Ravalox Darkshire, on Twitch for now. Get myself affiliated and all that neat stuff set up, and then I'm going to be splitting time between that channel and actually streaming on the official Shroud of the Avatar channel. I'll stream on the Shroud channel for things where we're going to do events for Bug Brigade. I might have some folks come in, like Justin and Ali, to talk about bugs, maybe even process a few bugs on the stream. Verify them and do intake, get them into the system, stuff along those lines. But this is all work in progress, and developing a structure how I'm going to do this.
Let's see. Yeah, and I've got a lot of quality of life stuff coming in. I think we'll have for this release. I just I'm stretching it thin on getting the terraforming stuff there. Hey, happy Friday to you, Dices. I don't even want to start thanking people because we may be sitting here for a long time, but it does look like it is pulling Perforce, and as you probably know, Ravalox, a lot of stuff got added to Perforce, our revision control software. There's a bunch of new art coming in. There's some new sound and music. I know that Elgarion is working on getting in, trying to get some new sound effects so that pot owners can have some new wax cylinders as well. So a lot of that stuff's going in, and they're all things that are big in terms of data sides. So probably doesn't need to, but I think the Soda, the prisoning bot, just gets everything and stays in sync. So I think that's what we're waiting on here. It's taking a while. I probably should have hit the button way earlier than 3 minutes after the hour was
This
up.
one went fast, actually. When you said it was 3 minutes to 5, I was shocked.
Aha, I think it just finished. There we go. Now we're going to move along. Okay, now we'll have some prize bot stuff. And you guys should also know, I don't want to put pressure on him, but I have told that guy that if he does do his own streaming, he is welcome to give out some prizes. So you should join his stream so he can bribe you with some prizes. And because he is proactive on creating JIRAs and keeping up with bug stuff, so getting on his stream, you can, if you have your own little pet peeve of thing you really wish would change, he's a good guy to tell about it on his stream. My stream, by the way, just for those who have seen me, I haven't done it in a while. I actually was looking back on this because we have a new intern. I was going back and looking at some of our old streams where I would get up and just do a stream from midnight until 8 a.m. or 4 a.m. until noon or something like that, and basically just keep everything on, show you everything I was doing for 8 hours straight. It's not quite going to be that. That's not what I'm shooting for, but I am shooting for, if you guys tell me about, here's the thing I think is stupid, whether it's like these 3 helms all give plus 4 damage resist, and this other one that looks identical and requires the same ingredients to craft it only gives 2. Can you fix that? And like those type things, those little tweaks and smaller fixes. My goal for the stream is going to be to just, you tell me about it, I fix it right there, and it gets in the next patch for you. But again, shooting for early next week. We'll see how the build goes, assuming everything else goes. All deeds for prisoning? What? Only dungeon building related prizes? Castle lot deeds? Bribe them? I think they're talking to you at this point about bribing them.
Yeah, I'm telling them they have to bribe me.
Yeah, so you guys get him to be whatever it is. Is it affiliate you need to get? You're trying to
Yeah,
get?
right now I'm working on affiliate.
done?
I reached the appropriate number of subscribers, but I have to get the hours in. So should be affiliated actually by the end of this weekend if everything goes well.
All right, well, yeah, get in there. But yeah, you can bribe people, get them on your, get them to follow you, get some followers on that.
Yep.
And also,
Yeah,
you're welcome.
definitely going to do Q&A is going to be based on the subject matter that we're talking about, and as you just mentioned, getting into the dungeons, player dungeon rooms, and making dungeons for the game and stuff. So long term, that's going to be a lot of what I'm going to be doing. So definitely welcoming questions and suggestions for dungeons and things along those lines.
Let's see.
Actually, I don't drink. Head chef is asking me what kind of rum I like. Yeah, I don't drink. I had a bad experience with drinking when I was a teen, and just decided it just wasn't worth it. So, free steak.
All right, I've got two rounds of prizes that popped out there. I'm not sure where the other one is. I thought I'd done 3. It may just be slow to push. Let's see. Oh yeah, I've already done. Looks like I've done 4 now. All right, well I'm just gonna keep clicking the button until enough of them pop out, and I'll delete extras if we have extras.
Justin said that they could send all the alcohol bribes and just put them in care of Justin.
Tito's, if anyone's asking, hey, Tito's is a Austin guy. That guy has the best liquor empire name ever. His name is Tito Beverage. His last name is Beverage. That's like actually his legal name. I don't think he changed it. I think it's spelled slightly different than beverage. It's spelled like beverage. All right, we're up to 3. We got 1 to go. 1 to go, and then we're good. Almost there. Oh, and I should pick a song. I owe somebody a song. For those, again, who are new, I will sing you a song if you give me 1337 bits. Just, again, something I've done for years, so I keep doing it. Someone says Leroy Brown. Did I do Leroy Brown last time?
Yeah, you did Leroy Brown already.
I was going to say, I did Leroy Brown last time. I can do big, and people... I am a drink whatever. I'm an IPA guy, whiskey, but I'm trying to lose some weight here lately. Trying to get ready for some hiking this summer. I already did some hiking this last week, but I'm trying to get some more in. Hot Pants, James Brown. I'm not doing the... Man, I can't even remember what Hot Pants is. Oh, Johnny Be Good. I might be able to do a Johnny Be Good. Frank Zappa. I do know some Frank Zappa stuff. Lots of good Frank Zappa out there. I don't think I'm going to do any Zappa. I don't think I know Zappa well enough to sing to it. Hold on, let me see how we're doing on our prizing here. We're still waiting on the last prizing to come through. So you got a few more minutes here. Come on, give me some good stuff here. Type O negative. Ooh,
Come sail away, come sail away.
I've got one better. I could do Come Sail Away, but that just reminded me of another one that makes total sense. As soon as we can get a 4th prize out here. Come on, prizes. Seems like it's only doing it every other time. For those who don't know, the prize thing gets pulled again. It gets pulled from the chat from the game and also from people who bought stuff. But There is supposed to be some logic in there to remove duplicates. Seems to work sometimes, doesn't work other times, which means it really doesn't work at all, and we just get lucky and it doesn't generate too many duplicates. But we'll thank Undone for that.
I think Ravalox said he's going to take a look at that code.
Ravalox did say he's going to take a look at that code. And Undone did an amazing job with some of that stuff. All the stuff he did. Great guy. Oh, they're still throwing songs at me? War Pigs? No, I'm not doing War Pigs. Some songs just aren't meant to be sung without like some heavy metal guitar behind you.
Yeah, it's hard. Number one Crush, that's a good song.
Heart. Is it? Come on, prize thing. Yeah, this. I'll tell a funny story since Serpentine said the Singing in the Rain, and I'm still waiting for the 4th round of prizes to pop up. Come on, 4th round of prizes. This weekend, I mentioned and took my 7-year-old hiking. We went to New Mexico and camped out for 3 nights. My mom, on zero notice, joined us. My 78-year-old mom, and came and camped with us. She does a lot of camping and hiking herself, but she came and hiked with us and did a couple of big hikes with us, including like a 6-mile, 2,000-foot elevation change hike, which is entirely too much for a 78-year-old to do, but she did great. She did say she was exhausted and her legs weren't going to work the next day, but while we were out there, it started raining on us at one point, as happens sometimes in the mountains. But it was my mom and I both started singing in the rain. And we both got to the exact same point. I realized I have her to blame for all these songs that I know, like the first 4 lines of, or the the 4 lines in the chorus or whatever, and then the rest of it, because she would sing those songs. So I only knew as much as she sang, because she's the one who would sing to me as a kid, of course. We're still waiting on one more. All right, well, I'm going to sing while we wait for this one to come out so we can combine things. I'm sorry to put you guys through this. I normally sing last as we're about to sign off, but I'll sing until the 4th prize comes out. And I'm just going to queue up prize names until one finally works. There's a bug in it, I think, that sometimes it exceptions out and does not actually work. Hey, lovely with it. Thank you for the raid. Since people were talking about sailing stuff, I just remembered South Park, as I'm actually hoping to do another trip to Colorado. I used to live in Aurora, Colorado, a suburb of Denver, and I would always go to Casa Bonita, which is a crazy, crazy weird restaurant that they did in South Park, but that also reminded me then of another thing in South Park, the sailing song, which is what I'll do now, because there's an episode where Cartman, when we start singing Sailing by Styx, he can't stop. I'm sailing away, set an open course for the virgin sea, 'cause I've got to be free to face the life that's ahead of me. On board I'm the captain, so climb aboard. Did it work yet? We'll search for tomorrow on every shore, and I'll try. Oh Lord, I'll try to carry on. I actually don't remember exactly how this goes. I used to listen to Styx all the time. That was pretty pitiful, though. And Cartman, I'm trying to think, because Cartman's last time I heard this thing is like listening to Cartman sing, and he just sings as fast as he can. I look to the sea, reflections on the waves that spark my memory. Some happy, some sad. I think of the childhood friends and the dreams we've had. We live happily forever, so the story goes. But somehow we missed out on the pot of gold. But we'll try the best that we can to carry on. There, that's the Cartman version of it. Why don't we have a 4th thing of prizings yet?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm looking. I bet we've got an error in the. It's oh my goodness. Yeah, it's getting into problems with. There's a couple of names out there that have special characters in it. We still have that problem in it. Yeah. All right, so let me hold on. I'm going to do one thing here. Give me 1 second, people. And then I will read your prizes. Let's see. Hold on. Yeah, it's just weird it did manage to get 3 done, but not the last one.
I just went through a whole thing with UTF-8 and character names.
Hold on. Can't wait till my 7-year-old can program Python so she can go back and do some of these for me. Fix some of these Python scripts for me. Almost there. Oh, no, I think that is it. Okay, now we're ready. Bam! I can delete that one. Okay, now we're ready for some prizes. And then we will go raid someone. Yes, delete that. All right, you want to read off the... I probably should read off the names to make it simple so I can get the guys down below.
Sure.
Trying to decide,
Okay.
do we normally read off the character? I think I read off that first name. The first thing. If you look at that, this is only for Ravalox. If you look at those, it puts like the... I think that's the user account name, and then it has the character name. I think the ones up top... Well, those have to be character names. All right, well, I'm going to read the character name. I don't think we normally do the user account name. Not that it shouldn't matter, but I think we keep them.
Yeah.
We keep that semi-secret, so...
Yeah, I think the first name is the character name.
Well, the first one is the username, then the first name in the brackets
in the square brackets.
I got it there.
Character name, right?
All right.
Okay.
Name some prizes. Okay, we're gonna get you guys out of here. Hold on a second.
All right, you ready?
Yep, go for it.
Okay. So for today's prizes, we have an ornate backpack that goes to
Makia Goodblood, Fish O'Casey, Lihuan Zhang, and Bjorn.
And we have a floppy beach hat that goes to
Yaga Bristly Legs, Knight Rider, Vivian Locke, and Assassin.
as well as an ornate metal dragon pipe.
Which goes to, this is unpronounceable, Fna, Insel, Swami, Freyer Grimer, and, hold on, I'm making sure I get the right one there, because it's a little confusing. Lineman King.
Yeah. Then we have a Durham Gray leather Chesterfield sofa and chair set that go to
Thorvard Tuffison, Tobias Drakkar. Oh, this is crazy. What are the odds? Thorvard Tuffison. He gets 2 of them. And then last, but definitely not least, is Z.
Then the last prize is an ornate grand piano.
Which goes to Sinister Gates, Albertacus Ironhand, Tiff Ruffia, and Tummy Rumble Thunderbottom. All right.
Congratulations, everybody.
How about give out something useful like 1,000 Kodos? I'll tell you what, Showdog JJJ, if I do my stream next week, I will give out stuff like 1,000 Kodos. Because during the stream, when I do a stream, I'll just do it as a raffle where you do the exclamation mark raffle to join in. So next week, if you want that, Showdog, Snowdog JJJ, join in on that, and I'll give out prizes that way, and I'll just do it during the stream. Of course, that's tough because if you're in game, then you got to like try to watch the stream and see what's going on and do the exclamation mark raffle and all that. But join me on that one, and I'll give away the normal stuff rather than the this type of prizes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'll take a peek at the code this weekend and see if I can solve the duplicate problem.
Let's see. Okay. We have several. We got lots of people in here. I'm going to check. I see someone that I'm trying to think if I've seen them stream before. Hold on. I'm going to go check to see if how they're doing on their player count. Oh, he's got 68 followers. Don't you need like 75 for affiliate or whatever?
50.
50? Okay, so he could be an affiliate now. I was going to say Gemma Star is there. I don't think I've seen him stream before. Looks like he's doing good stuff, though. He's working on air attunement. Let's see. But we got Coswald, Eileen, Dragonfire, Silvertree, Consortium, Revenant, 84, and Right Plan. I think I'm just going to be fair and do a roll unless you have a preference there. There's somebody you think we ought to hit up.
I don't.
All right. Why is it not working? Oh, I've done this like multiple times before. Yes, I did. All right. We got a 4 anyway, so it's going to be... Let's see if I can get this to show up. Oh, there we go. We got a 4 anyway, so we'll be rating the new guy, Right Plan, which is actually Gemma Star in-game. Gemma Star I've heard of, Right Plan I've not heard of. So let me get that going. By the way, the first time it did not work when I did the roll because I did /ROLE. All right.
That's when you go hiking, you're brain dead now.
I actually came back. I feel so energized. It's funny because I felt so energized and like excited about working on the project after taking like 4 days off where I didn't have any contact at all because normally I'm like 24 hours a day. I feel like I'm on call and totally out of any connection. Except then I got back and you've seen what my week has been. It's been nothing but fighting build issues. Hey, look, some more build issues. Hey, look, the build machine having some issues. Hey, look, some issues over there. Hey, look, someone can't work. And I've gotten to do absolutely zero of the stuff I wanted to. I am not demotivated still, though. I'm going to get some more good stuff done tomorrow and Sunday, hopefully.
Yeah.
It's funny. I've been sleeping better, too. I slept until like 6 a.m. this morning. It's crazy.
Good.
But anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for supporting the game. We'll have a good release out for you next week. We probably will not qualify as something that should be called a talk. Sorry, we're missing one of our first talks, our second talk. But we will have some good stuff in there. Lots of quality of life improvements for you. Lots of bug fixes, lots of cool stuff. And then we'll also, you guys have Richard's birthday to look forward to. I know I'm looking forward to it. But guys, have a great weekend. Be safe. And we will see you next week where I'm going to be doing an extra stream. Take care and join my stream next week if you want your 1,000 Kodos instead of sofas. And it rated on me.
See you later.